How's it going? I'm all right. How are you? Hello, one viewer. It's just you and me right now. How you doing? 2 viewers. Nice to see our 2 viewers here. I'm Matt Demol of the Link newspaper. We're here at another Manif en Col. It's Monday. I think we've got ourselves a protest. We've got somebody who did provoke police response just now. A couple of police officers did try to grab him, and we do have some riot police who went after him. We do have somebody trying to get the attention of some riot police. He's obviously unhappy. All right, let's advance. We've got a small group this evening, but a lively one. So I just got here. The crowd started moving about, let's say, 7 minutes ago. As I said, we've got a small collection of people tonight, but they seem to be in high spirits, and the police response is not any smaller than I've seen recently. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I suspect that it has to do with some of the recent developments over the weekend involving the big student group, some of the things and decisions that were said there. So I'll get into that later, but for now, let's try to keep tabs on what's happening. No need to run yet, Alex C3. But rest assured that if the occasion calls for it, I can run fast. All right, so we've got some familiar police tactics this evening. We've got some riot police on the sidewalks flanking the march, and we've got police officers on bikes who are blockading certain intersections and alleyways, keep the crowd concentrated and together. We do have a call right now for people to run a little bit faster to try and maybe outflank the police. Suzik2288, thank you. Yeah, tweet me out. And my handle is in the title of the video, @Madamol. Yeah, get your friends in. Let's have a party, guys. You bring the popcorn. I didn't bring any. Yeah. As I was saying just a moment ago, we do have a smaller crowd, but the police presence doesn't indicate that. It is as large as some of the other nighttime marches that I've seen thus far. I'm going to try to get to the front, get a slightly better view of the whole group. We have calls for the group to stay together. I think first thing off the bat, I get the sense that this group is moving a little bit faster, not running quite, but they are walking, but walking at a much brisker pace than I've noticed. And now we have them running. I'll run ahead with them, because that's what you do with these things. Stay with the story. You do get the sense that there's a lot of riot police on the street right now, a lot of police cars, and the sense I'm getting from the sort of sporadic movements of the protesters is that they want to maybe keep the police on their toes. They are running quite quickly at points, maybe to try to outflank them at certain intersections, but yeah, I haven't seen quite a lot of that recently. What's that? With the Link newspaper, Concordia.
I used to be the vice president of CSU going back a while.
Oh, really? Cool. We got some CSU members watching. Want to say hi to anybody?
I don't know the current people.
Jones 1963, thanks for streaming. It's my pleasure. Boily 2, thank you. Hey, I wouldn't miss it for the world, you guys. Unless there was like a really good reason. But there wasn't, so I'm here. Tweet me out, share my Ustream channel, tell your friends about it. I think we're going to have an interesting night here, you guys. Hey, Flamme Noble, yeah, streamer. I know you. I recognize that name. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I'm not above a few call-outs. 30 viewers. We're going in the right direction. Not the crowd, I mean the stream. Okay, I do have an announcement on the loudspeakers. Can't make out yet if it's a P6 bylaw announcement saying that the march has been declared illegal. I will report on that as quickly as I can. Hey, Middleman 514, welcome back. Mr. Rorbit, thank you for streaming. Solidarity from the UK, fantastic. Cheers. Have a deep fried Mars bar on me, buddy. We're now taking a right on St. Catherine from Barrie. We're back to our starting point of Place Émilie Gamelin. So far, this is a weird one. We did a little run around the block. We got people running fast. I think now they're going to try to cut through the park and take on a new direction. The police are in tow, though. Solidarity from NYC. Thank you, Suzik 2288. Nice to see you here again. All right, we're going to climb up here a little bit. We're doing some urban parkour. I do have to be careful here because the concrete does get a little slippery this time of year. Yes, we are in Montreal. Yes, we are indeed. You can tell because it's the beginning of April and there's still snow everywhere and it's cold. Okay, so we've got people loitering around a little bit. We don't necessarily have a single direction that's being taken, but we are back at the exact starting point. This is, said it before, I'll say it again to our viewers just joining us. This is a weird one so far. Smaller group, but lively. They seem to be in high spirits, energetic, and there's a lot of very quick changes of direction. People run at intersections, maybe to try to outflank the police. We got Julian McKenzie. How's it going?
Going good. It may be looking at...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we've got police smashing shields. Yeah, I think we did get a declaration that this was an illegal march. So, oh boy, the police presence is certainly ramping up quite quickly here. Share it with your friends. We've got a ball game, folks. We've got police very quickly coming into the park. I think they're gonna try to put an end to this one right now, or at least it seems that way. Lots of police here. I'd say possibly up to 100, maybe a little bit more. Police on bikes, police in riot gear. Was not expecting this swift a response this quickly. If you're posting questions in the chat, I'll get to them in a moment. I'm just trying to reorient myself right now. Try and figure out where this march is going. I will get to your questions and or comments. And yeah, the group is now moving back towards St. Catherine. It seems the tactic of moving back onto back through the park was abandoned.
Oh, buddy, get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, we got riot police saying get out of here, get out of the park. So new direction. Let's go. Julian McKenzie. That riot police officer did not want you there.
No, they're trying to get us out of here right now.
Yeah.
Not sure if you'll be able to count how many people, but not too many people.
No, I'd say a few hundred. Yeah, not that much more than the riot police. We've got shields being bashed. They're coming in quite quickly. Yeah, they want people out of the park fast. Not sure why, but that's the directive. Okay, so we're back on the street now. Let me see if I can get in on the chat. Yeah, SPVM declared it illegal already. Ustreamer7709, thanks for broadcasting again. Thank you for being here again. Jones 1963, is the park closed? No, it isn't necessarily closed. Okay, whoa, c'est beau. On y va. Je passe par là. Okay, so we did have some riot police trying to move us in a couple of different directions. We saw a barricade, we turned back. Riot call with a nightstick out. Nope, don't go that way. So now we're going this other way. That was weird. So yeah, the question about whether the park is closed after dark or something, no, not at this hour, but this march was very quickly, I'd say in the first 10 to 15 minutes, declared illegal under Montreal's controversial P6 bylaw. Whoa, shit. Yep, that's fine. Okay, we've got some tear gas thrown out. Jesus, that was fast. I wasn't expecting this quick, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we've got tear gas being shot out.
Yo.
On the intersection of St. Catherine and okay. Yeah, we got a lot of people reeling back because they did inhale some tear gas. Okay. This is a much swifter response than we've seen in the past. Okay, being told not to stay here. Let's head around. See if we can catch up. Okay, we're gonna try to double back and try to catch up with the rest of the group. Not sure if many people dispersed. Yeah, we see a lot, dozens, maybe about 50 riot police that were just chasing down a group down this intersection of de Maisonneuve and Saint-Hubert, so we're gonna try to catch up. Yeah, so we already have tear gas being thrown out. That's record time. Somebody mark the time. Quite lucky there that we didn't get close enough to get hit by it. I always am vigilant at these things, but it seems like tonight's gonna be an extra vigilant kind of night. I don't want to break my streak of not getting tear gas at these things. Yeah, we got people running, trying to reestablish some kind of group. We do have a very small number of people. We've got nightsticks out. We've got nightsticks out. We've got cakes being thrown. Yeah, we're gonna get a shot here, I think. It's okay. Look for a moment there. Oh, okay. We've got about a dozen riot police running after a handful of people. It does seem like we might have some people being specifically targeted. We've got somebody who's had a real hard time getting up. Perhaps we've got somebody who got some tear gas inhaled. This is uncharacteristic of the Montreal police, given their track record for the last couple of nights and days. We haven't seen this strong a response, but here we are. I did see a protester getting kneed or kicked as he was trying to get away. Okay, the riot police are now remobilizing. They've got nightsticks out, a lot of them do, and they seem to be just chasing down the remainder of some of the protesters, and we got people running. This is something. I don't quite have my eye on the chat right now. I will get back to it as soon as possible. Right now I'm just focusing on the action. Julian, let's cut across here, see what we can find. It's hard to get a sense of exactly where the group has dispersed to right now, but there was a very, very quick and swift response from the police trying to get people separated and dispersed, tear gas being thrown, nightsticks out, some people being shoved and pulled away, kicked.
Just think about it, there weren't even too many people out to begin with.
Yeah, we had maybe, what, 200-300 people?
Probably about.
Yeah.
We got two people running towards us, and there's actually some cops at the end of the street.
Yeah.
Is that a cop car?
This one, no. All right.
That's a cop car.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I should mention that we have caught up with some people. We went in the right direction. Now it's just a question of seeing if the police followed them. Yep, sounds like it. Okay. I'm just gonna get on the side of the street here. We've got police on bikes. We've got police officers pushing people. We got people being pushed. They're bystanders. Yeah, that's what I was anticipating. We had a group of people coming from a side street, and then very quickly you hear screaming, and people start running because you got the police after them. This is more akin to what we saw not last Friday, but the Friday before. Wasn't expecting this strong a response. But there you go. I am gonna be extra careful tonight, guys, because they are not messing around tonight. The police are out in force, and they seem to have zero patience. All right, I'm back on the intersection here of St. Andre and St. Catherine of Maisonneuve. Sorry, we've got a group of maybe 24, maybe 50 people who are gathering back. Hey, Julian. You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so we do still have some people who are not giving up. They're reassembling. They are following the direction of the police, and the police have noticed, and they are coming back. People are being told to get on the sidewalk. We've got people unhappy, screaming at the police, saying we have a right to protest, we have a right to assemble. Police seem to think otherwise this evening. We're going to follow the general. Yeah, so we've got apparently a group that's reconvened at Place Émilie Gamelin, our starting point, so we're going to go see what kind of action we got over there. I should point out that that's where this thing kind of blew up, was when people came back to the park. Police re-entered the park and created a blockade, started hitting their shields, and started chasing people off. And then the group sort of dispersed onto the streets, tear gas came out, and then chaos, kind of. People being chased by riot police and police on bikes. This gentleman over here was kicked, from what I saw. The gentleman in gray. Yeah, we've got police following suit right now.
Back up.
C'est bon.
Yeah, back up. Ouais.
Les deux, c'est bon.
Ouais.
That's interesting. Police officer asking me if I spoke English and French. Yeah. Maybe he was either asking because he wanted to know what language to communicate in, or I don't want to say I'd get preferential treatment at these things for having a Québécois accent on my French, parce que je suis Québécois, but speculation. I can't confirm that.
Not sure, but yeah, I see out in the distance there we've got people out at the park. Not sure what direction you want to go into.
Yeah, me and Julian McKenzie of the link, we're trying to figure out right now which direction we should focus on, because you really only have isolated pockets of people. I do see some more people on the intersections here of
More cops are coming into that square, by the way.
yeah. Odd.
Yeah, very much.
Why cops acting all hard, asks Alex C3. That's the question of the evening so far. We didn't see, I didn't witness any provocation from the group. Previous days and nights, the marchers have been allowed to assemble and to walk peacefully. And then they were gently sort of guided into the underground metro station. That was not the tactic tonight. Police came in fast, they came in hard, and right now it's hard to tell how the rest of the evening is going to go, but we'll stick with it and see what else happens. We do have a group of people, a larger group of people on the intersection here at the park. So we do have a little bit of numbers coming back together. I'm not going to get too close right now. I'm going to let the police officers on the bikes make their position, and then we'll try to get a closer look. Yeah, police saying get out of here. They're saying to move down St. Catherine. Yeah, they're saying to go that way. I get the sense right now that they don't want this group over here meeting up with that group over there. Yeah. It would be reasonable to say that it's power in numbers in this kind of situation, and they're trying to stop the numbers of the protesters from climbing up too much, it would seem. Very interesting. I'm going to try to get a tiny little bit closer. How are we doing?
No, I just joined one of our guys was out with us. His first protest, Paul.
Oh dear.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Molpiceres.
All right, what's up? You're live on the internet.
I'm live, yeah.
Okay, we're being asked to get on the sidewalk. We'll do just that.
What's up? I have to say, I don't know if it's just because they realize we're media and police are trying to.
Yeah, police are being communicative with us so far. There were a couple of close scrapes where we had police coming towards us and we had to sort of duck out of the way quickly, but right now they are perhaps seeing our press badges and having a slightly lighter hand with us.
Yeah, there was like some tear gas going off here.
Yeah, this is the intersection where we had some tear gas being shot out, thrown out, people being charged, people being grabbed, people being chased off.
Someone's been arrested, I'm sure. I saw someone getting pinned down to the ground.
Yeah, people were getting pinned down.
More up there.
Yeah, we've got a ton of police officers here. Well into the hundreds, I'd say. Okay, gonna get a little bit closer here. Yeah, we got people going in every direction right now. A lot of police in the park. I am gonna advance just a little bit. We do have some media on the sidewalk, so I'm just gonna get a little bit closer. Close, but not too close. That's the trick. All those reflective jackets you see there, those are all police officers on bikes with their high visibility gear. Riot police do not have high visibility. Perhaps in the right situations that pays off. They don't necessarily want to be visible. You hear them coming though, let me tell you. Yeah, we got police officers saying party's over, get out of here. Gonna back up a little bit. Police officer telling me that we're leaving. That didn't sound like a suggestion, that sounded like a directive, but I'm gonna stick with it. The park is blockaded right now. We've got police officers on the intersection here on the sidewalk. Lots of police cars, lots of riot police, lots of police officers on bikes. I'm going to get a little bit closer. Yeah, Middleman 514 is saying, I'm pretty sure that the Montreal Police is acting on the post assez snafu. For those of you not from Montreal, it was an eventful weekend. The sort of main and most talked about student organization, assez, had a sort of retreat this weekend. Their executive board was, they stepped down. There were reports that they were fired for maybe suggesting that the strike should take a hold and start up again in the fall.
Cops have been given orders to prevent students from regrouping. That is some information I'm just getting.
Yeah, the information we're getting is that the police orders are to stop people from regrouping. As I suggested earlier, their tactics seem to indicate that they didn't want numbers coming back up for people to be grouping up together again. People being directed to enter the metro system. We have an entrance here to Berry-UQAM metro station, and they pretty much have them surrounded, and that's the entrance right there. I'd be very surprised if there wasn't another group somewhere in much smaller numbers that was still gathered. Don't know what the police response is for a group like that right now. They're basically.
They are being pushed in there.
Yeah, people are being physically sort of herded into the metro system. Some of them are holding their ground. I'm gonna stick with it here. Clark Sullivan saying that martial law has been declared in Montreal. Not quite. We're not quite there yet. It's not citywide. It's really, we have a directive right now for people to disperse. We do have a Link journalist over here being told to get as far away as possible from the metro entrance. We're gonna stay as close as we can to get a good view. Yeah, we've got riot police getting up in people's faces with cameras saying, you're too close, back off a little bit. Yeah, nightsticks are out for the non-riot police.
You say they're called the 9-6?
What's that?
What did you call the non-riot police?
No, I said they had their sticks out.
Oh, I heard
Nightsticks.
the 9-6.
No, I haven't given them.
But you're right, they do have their nightsticks out.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to get.
We still have some people on the street, and they are screaming that the street is ours. So we still have some people who want this to keep going, even though the police have made their intentions quite clear that they don't want it to continue. I've never seen a protest end this fast. I've been covering them for a while. I've been to dozens of these since 2012, and this is perhaps a record for what I've witnessed in terms of a demonstration starting and then being dispersed with tear gas and riot police, and then people being herded into the metro system. This is.
I mean, I'm only pretty much a rookie at this, but kind of unique tactic to kettle the protesters at metro station.
Yeah, this is a relatively new tactic. I did see it a little bit in 2012, but less so this spring, where people are sort of blocked off from leaving this particular park, Place Émilie Gamelin, and then they're sort of closed in on towards the metro entrance. Yeah, we've seen that a little bit, but usually towards the end of a nice full night of jovial protesting, usually lasting a couple of hours, and not 15 minutes.
That's actually interesting too. Usually throughout the first hour, we see the protest is still going on. Maybe there's a little bit of rowdiness, but they're still going on. By my phone right now, it is 9:03, and
when would you say this thing started? 8:30?
About 8:15. 8:15 could have been.
Okay. People saying get on the sidewalk on the other side of the street, but I'll stay here. Yeah, 8:15, 8:20.
Probably a good 20, 30, 40 minutes.
We still have people. It seems that the contingent of protesters that didn't get herded into the metro system are still hanging around the street and the sidewalk. We've got maybe, what would you say, maybe about 100 people?
About 100 people are probably in that metro right now. And they're kettled in the metro. Cops are surrounding directly in front. You have more non-riot police outside of that as well. And look behind you, but we have more riot police.
Okay, we're being told to get out of here a little bit. We do have a riot cop behind us.
They're pretty much closing in on the street.
Yeah, they're saying to get off the sidewalk of the park, so we are going to go on the other side here. But we do have some riot police on the other side, so I have a feeling I'm going to be the subject of a game of chicken quite soon. I'm gonna hang by this wall, not in the middle, just sort of hang around, but not be too prominent. Hello? Okay, we're being told to move a little bit. We are being directed in this direction. Okay, so we're going back to where we were a second ago when we were told to to get off the sidewalk. All right. We've got way more police coming in.
That's interesting. There's a random protester who's kind of run.
Yeah, we've got a woman maybe trying to get the attention of the police here.
Are coming.
Yeah, so this is exactly what I said was going to happen. We've got riot police coming in on this side, saying we've got to move somewhere, but yeah, we were over there, then we were over there.
We may or may not have another group of protesters up in the corner up there. I'm not sure if they are with.
Yeah, we got what seems to be some onlookers. Okay, so this woman is being directed to get out of the street.
Yep, trying to get us to move.
Yeah, they're saying circulate, so I'm going to go back in this direction because it seems to be a little bit lighter, and we do have some people hanging around who aren't being told to disperse, so I'm going to hang around here. Getting the legwork in. Some exercise. It's good for you. Keep the cardio up.
I was actually kind of.
Yeah, we got a riot police officer getting in the.
There's a cameraman getting pushed by. Just got pushed by a cop. Cameraman got pushed by a cop.
Yeah, he did get quite physical.
You see the camera guy there over here? He just got pushed off by the cop.
Okay, we are being told to move. Yeah, shield's being hit, so we're gonna move a little bit. I'm just gonna move to the other side of the street right now because we did get a rather serious response from police saying move. complemented by the sound of riot shields being bashed. We still have quite a good number of people in that metro system right now.
Really crazy. Look
Yeah.
at that.
I guess I wouldn't mind characterizing that as a kettle. That looks like a kettle to me.
It's gotta be a kettle.
Yeah, I haven't used that word. I haven't said that we've had a kettle. I've been very reluctant to use that word, but that's it, man. Yeah, we might have some fines in there, but that seems to be the metro tactic that we've seen recently has been people being directed into the metro system later into the evening. Yeah, we do have that young woman now sitting in the middle of the street. But yeah, the tactic has been to direct people into the system a little bit later in the evening, after a couple of hours, after people have marched and protested. But no, people have been forced in quite quickly, very early in the evening. Yeah, so basically that other end of the street right now, we were told to disperse. So we're not going to go back there right now. We've got police on pretty much every intersection here on the corner of St. Catherine and Barrie.
Here's the thing that is interesting, though. I mean, protest looks like it's dying down. It's kind of over. Maybe you think we get to go home.
Nah.
No, my one way to get home is being blocked off. So unless I feel like walking to Papineau? No, what's the other one? Beaudry?
Walk that way.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you want to walk over to Beaudry, which I'm pretty sure is about a 10-15 minute walk up that way, you've got more cops over that way.
Yeah.
I guess the other near metro would be Saint Laurent, which is. You see, we have another protester out in front of the bus, and now there's a cop who's
we've got a comment here.
She's being carried to the other side of the road.
Yeah, this young woman right now keeps moving around. She keeps sitting in the middle of the street, getting in cops' faces, and right now she's been carried off. It seems the police maybe just want to have a little chat with her and say, hey, knock it off, but we'll... I don't think we've seen the last of her. Yeah, watched our live stream.
Definitely.
So yeah, we've got a comment here from Bolshevik saying
more cops telling us to back off.
They're saying it can be risky kettling people into an underground space. That's correct. You do have enclosed spaces, but it is easy to control because you do have those small spaces, so people can't disperse too much. Yeah. So we're now on this other intersection, and we're being told that we have to move off. We got this gentleman being hit with a shield. Yeah, he's trying to talk to him, but the response was with a shield.
Look at this. Cops have blocked off this area now. More cops are coming.
Yeah, police on the ground, police vehicles. Every direction you look in on this particular section of Montreal, that's what you see right now. Again, for those of you just joining us, this protest started at approximately 8:15 and was quickly declared illegal, which is much quicker than we've seen in recent days and nights. We very quickly had police charging through, banging their shields, nightsticks out, tear gas being dispatched. A lot of people, I'd say the majority of the people that reconvened in the park were herded into the metro system quite forcefully. I saw some people getting kicked. I saw some people being grabbed. And right now we do still have a small contingent of people who are walking. It doesn't necessarily seem like they're marching. They're really just being directed into this direction by the riot police on the sidewalk. We'll head back in the direction of the metro a little bit later to see if there are any updates on the people who were forced in there. As I was saying, that seemed to me like a kettling tactic, so we'll see if any fines or anything like that are given out. I know this is probably futile, but I'll give it a try anyways. I'm seeing a lot of weird negativity in the chat. Come on, I'd like to keep it relevant. If you have some questions for me or some comments that are non-judgmental, I'd appreciate it if you limited it to that. Okay, we've got people charging. Okay. Whoa. What the hell was that?
Jesus.
Just got trampled for no reason.
Yeah, a dozen people. A dozen people. Sebo. We've got a dozen people who are just walking slowly, and then all of a sudden, a riot police officer was seemingly set off and started charging the group, myself included. And now we're basically just waiting to see if they're going to act even more. We did have a tear gas weapon drawn as if it was going to be launched off. See what happens. Seriously, like a dozen or maybe a little bit more people just got charged by a group of riot police. No provocation, just the scream went out. We're seeing here the SPVM officially announced the end of the protest. Well, in a manner of speaking, but we do still have some people on the ground, marchers and police, so that might be a little bit premature. Julian, I'm gonna head back to the metro. Boy, all right.
You just missed it, but dude right next to me just flashed the cops. He mooned them.
Oh, well. Yeah, we got more police moving towards this intersection over here. I don't get the tactic. We've got a really small group of people here.
Yeah.
We're gonna move ahead towards the metro system. See,
still some cops around there.
and we've got some police officers going back into their cars. Maybe they're leaving for the evening or remobilizing for another group. We'll try to find that out. We're heading right.
Okay, there's another car going out here. I think Pierre, someone was telling me that they were sending a car for arrest, and that speeding car might be well, actually they just passed the metro now, but it is possible they may be sending out a car for arrests. They may be filing arrests in the metro.
Yeah, we might have some fines or some arrests that are going to happen. So let's get a little bit closer here. You smell that? There's a little bit of a smoky aroma in the air. Not sure if it was.
Smell of liberty.
It's the smell of liberty, says
This is
an
the smell
onlooker.
of liberty and democracy.
Yeah, maybe mixed in with a little bit of tear gas and fireworks.
Goodness.
That's a cocktail for you.
So some cops enjoying a nice stroll in the evening on their bikes.
Man, that happened fast.
Yeah, very true. It's only 9:14. It's only 9:14. Pretty much the protest has been going on for about an hour.
Yeah, we don't seem to have a lot of people here in the metro. I will.
No people in the metro.
Yeah, I'll give you a view of the kind of space that people were confined in here for a moment. Are the doors locked? Yeah. Okay. Got riot police still have a presence here on the corner of the park. Yeah. So we do have. This is basically what we're talking about here. This is the space where dozens and dozens of protesters were forced in. They seem to have gone down into the system to go back home or wherever it is they want to go. This is kind of a surreal night, guys. We have a question here. Why don't they protest at the Quebec Parliament? There have been some protests in Quebec City that were actually highly publicized incident where a young woman was shot in the face with a tear gas canister at point blank range, causing a pretty nasty and unsightly injury, and she's sort of become an unofficial symbol for this particular string of protests. So yeah. Yeah, we don't seem to have a contingent of protesters left here. Like I said, some of them went that way. Some of them continue down St. Catherine, maybe no more than a dozen. And they got charged very, very quickly. Police seem to be on edge this evening. We did get reports that the orders for the police were to break people up as much as possible and to not let them reconvene. We do have a lot of police vehicles driving off right now. I think that they themselves are calling it a night. Very, very light presence as of right now. Yeah, these cops just want to watch the Duke game. I don't think that's the case. So I'm going to hang around here for a little bit longer and see if if anybody tries to regroup. This is Place Émilie Gamelin. This is sort of the official meeting point for a lot of these protests. But so for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I'll recap a little bit what we saw. Yeah, so we had protesters gathering here at Place Émilie Gamelin. The march started at approximately 8:15 p.m. Went around the block a little bit, and then very quickly into the evening, the march was declared illegal under the P6 bylaw in Montreal because an itinerary was not provided. Shortly thereafter, we reconvened here in the park, and that's when riot police and police officers on bikes came in and sort of boxed people into the park. There were some scuffles, some people got shoved and kicked and pushed, and then it was sort of a kettling tactic to get them into this metro entrance. And a lot of people seem to have gone home. Some people did walk off in different directions on this street over here, St. Catherine. We did see some very small groups being chased down by police. No provocation from what I saw.
Kind of looks like we've returned to normalcy.
Yeah, well, some form of it.
Yeah.
We got a question here. Do your police carry guns? Yeah, they do. They carry a lot more than that, actually. They carry tear gas canisters, flash grenades. Some of them have projectile weapons that throw tear gas canisters. So yes, they are well armed. And that's not counting the nightsticks and the riot shields and the batons. And sometimes they speak to you with a very stern tone, and that hurts too. All right, guys and gals. I'm going to hang around a little bit longer if anybody has some questions about this evening, any comments that aren't bickering. I'd be happy to address those. I'll hang around for a little bit longer and chat with you fine folks and address any questions you might have. Found Noble, the bikes can also be used as weapons. Yes, we have seen that used as a tactic where people are either sort of as a passive instrument where they're used as barricades, or if people get too close, yes, we do have the bikes being used to hit people, to shove people. I have seen that quite a bit, so yes, that's a good point. Ustreamer2562, thanks man, have a nice evening. Thank you, you as well. Ustreamer59831, you're welcome. Just get off the streets before the Habs playoffs start. I think this is a little bit more important. You may disagree, but yeah, I'll say right now, whatever side you come down on regarding these protests, about whether you're pro-strike or anti-protester, that's all fine and good, but I should point out that the response that we saw here this evening was very, very swift, very deliberate, and very aggressive. So just keep that in mind, that everybody on the scene here is a human being and a person, and yeah, I guess that's all I'm going to say about that. Bishop Haney, Twitter brought you here. Hey man, Twitter will bring you to all kinds of places, and I'm glad it brought you here. I'm going to scroll down here, have a look at some of the questions. Are the people of Canada armed? Says Ustreamer26261. I think I understand the spirit of the question. I mean, you can get a rifle here, but the weapons here are mainly for hunting and sports purposes. We don't have the same kind of gun culture in Canada that, for example, the United States has. That's a lot less prevalent. Question here from Bolshe Vince. What is the scope of the student strike in Quebec? As of right now, that's a difficult question to answer. The group that we had here this evening was smaller than what I've seen, but it was very spirited and enthusiastic. Right now we do have quite a few students on strike on different days. It's hard to tell right now whether it's going to sort of calm down a little bit or gain momentum. Something tells me that the response that we saw here from the police this evening might galvanize some people to get back in the streets, so to be continued on that one. Middleman 514, good job. Good cop dodging skills. Hey man, I got eyes in the back of my head.
Cops are behind. Cops are filing out of the metro right now.
Yeah, so we had it seems that a lot of the riot police followed the protesters that were sent into the metro system, maybe to ensure that they got on the metro cars and got out of here. Didn't see any arrests in the metro system. Maybe some fines were handed out, but again, we didn't witness that. But there you have it. I mean, that's the kind of this is the kind of response that we had this evening to maybe about 200 or 300 protesters.
Yeah.
This is as many riot police as we've seen for nights with thousands in the street. Gilot Legrand, y a-t-il quelqu'un qui couvre la manif en français? Oui, il y a toutes sortes de monde. 99 Media, puis COTV qui font ça en français. Moi, je suis francophone aussi, mais je fais ça en anglais parce que mon outlet de médias est anglophone, fait que je fais ça en anglais. Mais de temps en temps, je sors le québécois. One more question, please. Yeah, we got people saying, hey, don't go, I got questions. It's fine. I'm going to hang around here for a little bit longer, hang out with you guys. I hope you guys are staying refreshed. If you got the munchies, eat a little snack. Have it on me. Is Canada as anti-police as America is right now? I've had similar questions come up before. For example, people trying to compare the kind of police response that you see here with what's been happening in some American cities with sort of the killing of unarmed black people. No, we don't really have that kind of culture here. Like I said before, gun culture isn't as high. The police don't use lethal force as often as it appears to be in the United States. But there's not really that strong of an anti-police mentality, generally speaking. But when you get to these protests, protesters don't like the police in situations like this where they're very forcefully and quickly dispersed. But to answer the question, just generally, no, not as anti-police as in America. That's my sense. Yeah, the Ustreamer 44181 saying it got dispersed. Yes, I am right here on the intersection of Barrie and St. Catherine. This is where the action happened. Clark Sullivan saying nothing radicalizes people faster than them getting their asses kicked by police. That's not an unfair sentiment. I was saying something similar to that earlier, that I would not be surprised if the response that we saw here by the police this evening draws people out in greater numbers in the evenings and days to come. Again, it was very surprising. I was not expecting that kind of response. The last few days and nights have been relatively calm. People are allowed to march and to protest for a couple of hours, maybe 3, and then they're slowly brought back here through police barricades on intersections to Place Émilie-Gamelin, and then they are slowly directed to enter the metro system, so very different from what we've seen this evening. Barrage 2, thank you for answering honestly. Hey, that's my pleasure. So is no one regrouping on the spot? No, it doesn't seem to be. Like I said, the police response was very, very quick and very forceful, and people ran. People ran screaming because they were getting charged by police. Some people were getting shoved and kicked. There was a small group that tried to get back into this main square once the police response went on. But they were very quickly herded into this metro entrance, and it seems that anybody who was not put into the metro system sort of walked off and didn't want to be on the receiving end of a ride shield or a nightstick. We got a question here, Bishop Haney, what is the cause? Generally, this is a student strike / anti-austerity protest. People are unhappy with the austerity measures of the current Liberal government, and they are showing their discontent by marching in the streets. Sure, thank you. All right, we got a red square. So this is the, it's actually good that I've got this in front of me. So this is sort of the symbol of the student movement, student protest movement in Quebec is the red square. It's sort of a play on words because it signifies that young people in Quebec are squarely in the red financially. So there you go.
Oh, the more you know.
Yeah, the more you know. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, on est carrément dans le rouge. Yeah. Ustreamer3839, you seem to be trying to say something else to me. If you can just put your question in a shorter format or break it up a little bit, because I don't see the whole message. Tell me to check something out. So I'll gladly do that if you can just break that message up a little bit. I've got still some people saying I don't understand why they're protesting. Again, it's cuts to social services. The current Liberal government is implementing an austerity agenda. And interesting to point out and worth pointing out that a lot of that austerity movement has to do with cutting the pensions of these police officers that we see here in the bus. And the police did protest in their own way and continue to protest about those cuts. So the ideologies of the protesters and the police could be argued that they're not that far apart.
I love it when young police officers hit on me. It makes me want to punch them.
You had young police officers hitting on you?
No, they're just silly.
Probably a little older than you.
Tired of it.
Ustreamer3839 saying go to Barrie and Saint Denis. No, we're sort of here right now. I am on the main intersections, and we don't really have. It doesn't appear to be groups coming back together. But I'll certainly keep an ear to the ground. I'm going to hang out here a little bit longer and see if I see any evidence of that. Clark Sullivan, as Triple J M1, so they're protesting together. No, not quite. Like I said, the police have been protesting recently in their own way, not necessarily out in the street, because I don't think they can do that. But they have been wearing stickers, putting stickers and defacing some police vehicles here. I'll get a little bit closer to give you a sense of what I'm talking about. We do have some stickers here on the van. Yeah, it's called Law 3, and we see here this sticker here. The smaller one says for open and free negotiations for their pension contracts, and the bigger one says we didn't steal anything, and they're against the Law 3 in Quebec here, which would slash their pensions. So they're not protesting with the students, but they are protesting something similar, but not alongside the students, definitely. Being sarcastic. That's okay. For those who may have taken that literally, I think it was still worth addressing that question.
Hey, dude. Shoot out to all my friends. They're watching me. Hello. Yeah, we're there. Yeah, shoot out. Yeah, we're there. And fuck her right in the pussy.
All right. It's never a complete evening. We're not okay. Okay, they just want. Not okay with it. All right. Yeah, it's okay. Get your publicist to get in touch with us, and we want that in writing that you don't support those statements. Okay. For the record.
Matt, just so
you get it, guys?
You know your live stream is official when you get someone yelling what they just said.
Yeah.
I think that is your rite of passage. You're officially official.
Bishop Haney, looks like the police shut you guys down. Yeah, the protest does seem to be at an end right now.
In the metro, they all dispersed. They forced them all down.
Yo! Tell the people what you saw in the metro, man. You were there.
Yeah, we weren't in the metro system.
Yeah, tell us what's up.
What'd you see, Alex Bailey of the Link newspaper?
I don't like this whole camera thing very much. They just went through.
Where they went through?
Left.
Everyone just left?
No, they pushed it like there was nothing really that happened. There was one or two small shops.
We've got another clarification.
Can you see that we have some chocolate in un œuf là?
You got chocolate eggs?
Yeah, and we give them to the cops, to the police.
Yeah.
And some of them say no, and some of them say yes. So it was nice.
Did they take them?
Yeah.
A couple of them did?
Take it, some of them don't want it.
Were they
but
poisoned?
Yeah, were they? No?
I ate some of them, and so it was nice to just have a good.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet of you.
Before they just.
Yeah, before the tear gas came out, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
The rite of passage.
Maybe some of them don't like chocolate. Who knows?
Maybe.
So for those of you who didn't make that out, apparently we did have some protesters hanging out some Easter chocolate to police. That was very nice. So we're gonna get onto the metro system here of our own volition. Thank you very much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I'm just gonna see if there's any last minute questions. All right, nope. That's pretty much it for this evening. So it was a short one, guys, but thanks for being here. We saw about 3 hours worth of protesting condensed into about half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm okay. My colleagues at the Link newspaper are okay, but we did have some close scrapes with some tear gas and police charging us. But yeah, we'll see what the response is to the police actions this evening. As I said before, we did have some comments in the chat saying that this kind of police action serves only to galvanize the response of the protesters. That may very well be, and we'll keep an eye on what the actions are coming up later. I'm going to go drink something. I'm thirsty. I'm going to go have a meal. I'm hungry. Thanks very much for watching. Signing off.